Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Stellar, the spokesperson.
I'm Suning. I'll be the chairperson. You reset the agenda, right?
Oh, yes, I got it.
Hi, Miss Ribka. Hi, good morning.
Hi, I'm Stellar, the spokesperson.
I'm Rika Foundation Major.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. You've got the agenda?
Yeah.
Okay, it seems that everybody is here and it is 10 o'clock right now, so let's start our meeting. Okay, good morning everyone.
Good morning.
So today we're going to discuss about the issue regarding expanding our company, because as we all know that our company right now we're run out of space where the number of our staffs are increasing. So as you can see on the agenda, there will be 5 things to be discussed. The first one regarding the environmental implications, and then the financial implications, and also about the employment, and then also alternative sites that we can have. And lastly, we're going to decide what alternatives that we can take for expanding our company. So let's start our meeting. But before we start, I would like you guys to introduce yourself first, starting from you, Miss.
Yes. Hi, I'm Melina. I'm from the Human Resource Department.
Hi, I'm Rika. I'm from the Finance Department.
Hi, I'm Ribka. I'm from the Production Department.
Hi, my name is Stellar, and I'm the spokesperson of the Save Our Lake Group, and I'm also an active employee of this company.
Okay, so let's start our meeting. Move on to the first agenda, talking about the environmental implication. And I would like Mr. Stellar as a spokesperson to present his arguments.
So, hi, good morning everyone. So, as you all have known that we have a lake that resides beside our company, and our company is planning to build a new venue or a new construction site on that lake, because we don't have that much space and we need to build another building to extend our company. So I would like to explain about the lake first. As you all know that we have a really beautiful lake besides our company, near our company. So as you can see, we have a lot of trees, the water is pure, and you can see the sunset. So this lake has been here probably for hundreds of years and way before we built our company. And for our employees, this company, this lake is really vital, because many of our employees said that they usually release their stress, they relax, and they often refresh themselves around this lake, either by fishing or only just to enjoy the scenery, to escape the harsh and stressful environments of their job. So, and also this lake is a natural habitat for many animals, for example fish, birds, swans, and not only animals that live in the lake, but also animals that live around the lake. As you can see, there are pretty much a lot of trees, and also there's a little forest beside the lake. And this forest's main life source, which is water, comes from this lake. So if we demolish this lake, then there is a high possibility that the forest will die out. And also for the animals will no longer have a natural habitat. And also for the environmental implications, if we decide to build an extension on top of the lake, it means that we will abolish or we will destroy the lake, in which, first of all, we will have to fill all of the water with sediments such as rock, sand, and cement, in which it will pollute the water. And then this is water pollution, and this is a construction site which is built on top of a lake, or a place where there was a lake, and as you can see now, it is only a puddle of mud in which they will build a building on top of it. As you can see, the environment, there's a lot of trees and there's a forest beside it. So this is the construction site. So as you can see, this is the place where they built that construction site, and as you can see, there's a lot of trees that they have cut down, and also you cannot see any animals or birds or swans or fishes anymore, because probably either those animals are already dead or they have already fled this place because their natural habitat is already destroyed. And also, if you can see that there's not plenty of much trees left, therefore, well, the possibility is that the oxygen level around the area is also decreasing. And also, this might happen to our environment near our working area, in which the heat or the temperature of our building or around our building can increase because the lack of trees and also oxygen.
Thank you for the presentation, Mr. Stellar. Okay, so regarding what Mr. Stellar have stated, do you guys have any comments or want to ask anything? Okay.
Yes, if I may, Chair, I want to ask clarification from Mr. Stellar. I was wondering if this also happened in other construction site, or does the impact of this environmental is just for the lake? I mean, this negative environmental issues.
Well, if we're talking about building a construction site on top of a lake, that means it is really different than building a construction site, let's say, in a forest. Because if we build a construction site in a forest, we'll cut a lot of trees, right? But it doesn't mean that all of the trees that we don't cut dies, because a tree can still live without another tree. But if we're building an extension on that body of water, let's say that lake, then first of all, we have to dry all of that area, right? And then it will affect the lives of the animals in which are residing in that lake. For example, the fish, in which probably most of the animals, if not dead, they will flee that area. And also, the trees or the surrounding environment near that lake will also die out, because as you can see in my picture that I have shown, the forest near the lake will die out because they don't really have adequate supply of water to support their living. And also, if we're building that construction site on top of that body of water, there's also a possibility that the building may collapse in, well, not recently after it is built, but in some time, because the soil of the ground on that lake is not as hard as the soil in which we build our regular buildings, because it is purely mud and really moist soil. Therefore, I am really concerned in which there is a high possibility that the construction site or the building that we have built may collapse if we have already built it on top of that construction site.
If I may give my opinion, Mr. Stellar, lake is also part of nature, and the group of Save Our Lake has trying to maintain this lake for a long time. However, later or sometime or someday, this lake will may vanish, I'm sorry, or even will vanish. So what I'm trying to say here is that why don't we just take this opportunity, take this site that we have, the lake, build the extension on top of it, and gain more profit to our company. I mean, it is a good option to increase our benefit and also our profit for the company.
Well, yes, if I may comment. Well, yes, that is true. A lake that we have will probably vanish one day due to natural causes. But if it is due to human causes, then there is a possibility that we will also inflict damage on the environment, in which it will really badly harm the environment, because we are destroying a body of water by force, in which we will dry the lake in a unnatural way, in which the animals that are still living there will soon die out, and then the trees around the area will also die out because they don't receive an adequate supply of water. And also oxygen, because there's not really much oxygen left if trees are dead, right? So yes, we can. Of course, the lake will one day vanish, but if it is due to human hands, then it will inflict a lot of damage on the environment, rather than if it is vanished entirely due to natural causes.
Okay, so I can see from your point of views. So maybe Miss Ribka want to add something.
Yeah, if I may suggest to Mr. Stella, so actually I also heard his opinion about the animals that live in the lake. So if we want to expand our office and maybe we use the lake for our extending, so I think the best solution, because Mr. Stella's concern is also about the animals. So I think in my solution, the animals actually can be relocated. So I think if we want to relocate the animals, we will relocate the animals to the zoo. So actually the animals do not have to die easily because we want to use the lake, and if we want to use the lake for extend our office, and to save the animals also, we can move to the zoo. So I think it will be best, so the animals will be still safe.
Okay, so thank you for your suggestion, Ms. Ribka. And I think it is enough to discuss about the lake, the first agenda. So let's move on to our second agenda, talking about the financial implication. And I would like Ms. Ribka to present the estimation cost regarding our expanding field.
Yeah, so from the finance department, we have calculated a few suggestions for our expanding of the office. The first one, of course, is the extending the office by which we abolish the lake. So this is the estimation cost. Approximately, we will have to let out around 33 billion rupiah for extending the office. So as you can see, this is our office now, and this is the lake. And if we're going to abolish the lake, then the estimation cost is the 33 billion rupiah, but it's only a rough estimation. And we, other than this extend the office, we also have other suggestions that the finance department have come up with. The first one is the purpose-built block. So a purpose-built block is basically a building by which it is purposely made for, in this category, is for offices. And this purpose-built block that the finance department have found is near our office, which is only 15 minutes away from the office, from our company by car. And the cost of buying this one of the purpose-built block is around 18 billion rupiah. But if we're going to use the purpose-built block, that means that we're going to have a split company, meaning that we're going to run company two at once. And because of this, there will be additional costs that we have to let out. Approximately in each year, we have to let out around 7 billion rupiah. And of course, in the first year, it will be the toughest one. We will have to let out around 26 billion rupiah. Yeah, this is the negative side of having basically split company. But the finance department think that our best choice from all the suggestions that we're going to make is if we're buying a purpose-built site. So buying a new company in the southwest area. So right now our company is in the north, so we think that it's very effective if we move our whole company to the southwest area. But then we don't have to worry about having split company, and we don't have to worry about abolishing the lake too. The estimation cost for the purpose-built site in the north-southwest area is approximately 20 billion rupiah. Since it's still in its final stage of building, so it's not finished yet, it is still considerably cheap. However, it will increase around 5 months after this month, because it will be finished around that time. So yeah, the number can go up. So if we're buying the purpose-built site, I recommend it to buy it around this month or next month. But however, we have to let out a few other costs. For example, the additional relocation cost. Because we have to relocate our whole company there, or we're going to move there. So of course there's a relocation cost by which it is around 2 billion rupiah. And there's also transport cost. This transport cost is for our suppliers and from our customers, because they are all from the north. Most of them are from the north. So if we're going to move to the southwest area, of course our transport cost by which we want to deliver those goods, and we want to take goods from other suppliers, will increase. And we approximately suggest it's around 30 million rupiah. So yeah, those are the 3 suggestions that the finance department is given. Is there any question? I will give it back to you, Chair.
Yes, Chair. I have a question for Ms. Rika.
Yes, Ms. Mella.
I appreciate the finance department that has come up with also 3 options to choose. I want to ask whether the finance department have calculated the estimation expense for the workers if we have to move to a whole new building, or if we are going to have a separate site of our company. What about the workers? Maybe have you calculated about that?
Yes, thank you, Ms. Melina. So unfortunately, we haven't calculated about the cost by which it is for the employees, because the finance department only suggests this kind of suggestion, the purpose-built area and the purpose-built block, without knowing actually if we're going to choose that type of suggestion. So if we're going to choose a purpose-built block or purpose-built area with the end of this meeting or in another meeting, we're definitely going to calculate all the things that we need to calculate.
Okay, so thank you for the presentation and the question. So as Ms. Rika have presented, there will be 3 suggestions that we can have regarding expanding our building. The first one is extending the building by demolishing the lake, and then the second option is about the purpose-built block, which means we have to split into 2 different companies, right? And then the third one is about relocating our building. Well, we need some additional cost to do that. So, and regarding the question that Ms. Melina have asked, I hope that once we have chosen our decision or the options, the finance department can come up with more detailed costs, so we can discuss it that in the further meeting. Okay, so let's move on to our third agenda, talking about the employment. So I would like Ms. Melina to present the outline plans for recruitment once we have chosen to expand our building.
Yes, thank you. So, yeah, from the Human Resource Department, we have tried to calculate the possibility of the employment. So now what we have in our company is that we have around 850 employees in total. But if we go with the plan of extension, it will cause a good news to the society, and I believe, and also the department also believe that many of the people in the society would like to work with us, because our company is considered as one of the best company in the society. So within 2 years, we have calculated that there's going to be an increase, that we're going to have around 1,400 employees in one site. So it is a very high number. There's an increase more or less around 60% in 2 years. So we can gain a lot of benefits by having more staff or more employees, and this is a very good calculation. So that's from the Human Resource Department so far.
Okay, thank you for the presentation, Ms. Melina. And I think Mr. Rika want to add from the production department.
Yeah, thank you, Ms. Moon. So actually, our production team also calculate about the calculation if we want to extend our building, and like Ms. Mela have shown before, there will be an increasing in the employees, our staff. So our production team also calculate about the capacity of productivity. So we calculate that if we agree that we want to extend our building by demolishing the lake, and our production capacity will increase up to 75%. in 2 years. So actually, you can see if we want to extend our building, so there is also the benefit or profit to our company. So we think that, or our team think that if we want to extend our building, then the production capacity will be increased up to 75%.
Okay, so that was the presentation from both Miss Melina and also Miss Rika. So do you guys have any comments or suggestions that you have?
Yes, if I read here, I want to comment on Ms. Ribka's presentation. So I would like just ask for a clarification. If for an increase by 75% is for 2 years, right? So do you have the number actually for the first year and second year differently?
Yeah, thank you, Miss Rika, for your question. So actually, I do prepare some data because, actually, our team also calculate for the first year, as you can see before, if the first year actually we have maybe faced several problems. So according to the first year from our team have calculated, so in the first year we are also increasing, but it's just 40%. So because we have many face several problems, so we think that 40% is still increase, but this is just little. But if we in 2 years, like I mentioned before, so we will increase up to 75%.
Thank you.
Anyone?
So I'd like to comment both Ms. Melina and Ms. Ribka. So if we demolish the lake, then as you have stated in your data before, that the productivity rate will increase, right? And well, this is probably the most basic thing of it all. If we want to increase our productivity, then we will have to have some highly motivated employees, right? So from my point of view, that I'm trying to say here is that the lake, as we know, usually the employees, around 50% of our employees usually spend their time around the lake, in which they usually relax and then enjoy refreshment and also like escape from the stressful environments of their work. So I'd like to ask if whether these 50% employees, whether or not would they lose their motivation or not, because like 50% of them really enjoys that lake, and as you know, motivation is a really important factor in increasing productivity. I'm afraid that if we demolish the lake, then 50% of these workers will no longer have a place to release their emotions, their stress, and to be relaxed and refreshed. Therefore, I think, well, from my opinion, I think it will really decrease their motivation, and thus it will really affect our productivity in a really negative way.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Seller, for your concern. First of all, I would like to say that you mentioned that around 50% of our employees in our company love to spend their time near the lake, spend their refreshment. But I would also to say that there is also the other 50%, meaning that there are also employees who don't really spend their time near the lake. So I don't think that by mentioning 50% the employees will be demotivated is a strong point, because the most important thing and also the priority in a company is that the employees come to our company for work, not to spend their time or having leisure time, because working is what is important in our company. So I think it is not a strong point to say that the employees will be demotivated.
Chair, if I may take from Ms. Melina's opinion about Mr. Stella's question. So actually, in my point of view, it's true that there is some employees that enjoy to spend their time to the lake. But we all know that if we want to extend our building, we are demolishing the lake. Of course, there will be new place, right? And there are also new staffs, new workers. So there's a probability that they do not know about the lake first, because actually this is the new building, right? And I think that, like Ms. Melina said, it is true that they come to our company to work and do not spend their time to the lake. And I think the new workers will be not be demotivated because, yeah, I mean that they come to our company because they want to work. I think that was my opinion.
Thank you for your opinion, Ms. Ribka. So, is there any other opinions?
Good. I would just like to comment. Well, yes, I do agree with both Ms. Melina's and Ms. Ribka's statement, but I do think that motivation is still one of the major factors in increasing productivity, and the lake still plays a vital role in giving motivation, not only motivation, but to give time to relax and time to refresh our employees. Therefore, I think the lake has a really vital role in increasing the productivity of our company. And yes, the employees do not come to this company to enjoy the lake, but to work. Yes, I agree with that because I'm also an employee. But I also agree with the fact that our company or the employees in this company needs some sort of refreshment or a place to relax. And 50% of the employees in this company find that the lake is the suitable place in which they can relieve their stress. So yes, I know that the employees come to this company not to enjoy the lake, but the lake plays a really major role in for the refreshment and relaxation of our employees.
If I may add, I personally agree with Ms. Ribka saying that actually new employees that come to our company later will not know about the lake, and that lake will also not be the source of their motivation, let's say. But something just pops to my mind. If you're concerned about the motivation, if we build the extension on top of the lake, we maybe can consider of building kind of a place where the employees can actually relax or spend their leisure time.
I don't think that will be quite effective because if we're going to extend our office, wherever our suggestion or our choices will be, I don't think that we have enough money to actually build another entertainment place for us. So I think that that will not.
Mr. Ka and Ms. Rika. I think we can discuss it that once we have decided what option that we can have it. So I think it's not the right time for now to discuss about that. Okay, so also regarding the time limit, I think that we have to move to the fourth agenda. Okay. So basically we have three different options, just like what we have discussed so far. So the first option is the extending the building by demolishing the lake, while the second option is purpose-built block. Well, we have to split our companies to two different places, and then the third choice is about the relocating our building, which means we have to move, while of course we have some additional costs that we have to expend. So regarding these three options, I would like to open a discussion so we can have this, so we can decide what option is best for our company. Okay, so who would like to start first?
If I may start, sure.
Okay.
So since my department comes up with the suggestions, so I would like to start first. From my point of view, I think the best choice right now is the relocation, or my third suggestions, considering that it's the cheapest one out of the three options that I've given. For me, I think extending the office is not a good choice because I myself love to enjoy the lake, and after hearing the spokesperson's Mr. Stellar saying the negative impacts, I don't think it's a very good choice for us to actually extend the office. And for the second choice, the split company, I think it will be really hard for us to actually have a split company, not just from the management side, but also because there will be a lot of costs that we have to endure because we are running two companies at once. So I do believe that the relocation is our best choice, especially if we're moving the whole company, then we don't have to think about the abolishing of the lake, and also the productivity will still increase because our company will be still a full company. So I think relocation is the best choice.
Okay, so I can see from the point of view from Ms. Rika. So,
Sure. I would like to give my opinion concerning about the two other options. So first, I would like to talk about the purpose built block. So I used to work in a company which has a different site. So in one company they have different places, and actually I would say that it is so not effective because they have a lot of problems such as communication problems, workers, or even the transportation problems. And it seems that the company was not ready to handle a company with different sites, and I'm afraid that this company will face those kind of problems as well. So I strongly against the second option. Meanwhile, for the relocation, I also think that it is not a realistic options. Although looking at the finance point of view, it may look the cheapest one. But how about the time? I believe that to relocate the whole company, it needs a lot of time. And then what about the workers or the employees? And then what about our customers? Because most of them are coming from this area, the north. And if we move to the south, it means that we need to have more costs to transport the stuff that we produce to the customers, or about the workers who have to spend more money because they have to go further to our company if we relocate the company. And I'm also afraid that some of our workers might stop working in our company because we're going to move so far. So I think the best choice or the best option is to actually extend our company on top of the lake, because we're here, we have the space, and why don't we just use it? So I think that's the best one.
So my personal opinion on this matter is that, first of all, I disagree with the extension of the building and it on top of the lake because of the reasons that I've stated before, that it inflicts severe environmental damage on the environment. But I also disagree with the total relocation proposed by Ms. Rika because it will be hard and it will cost a lot in terms of transportation, although Ms. Rika has calculated that it is the cheapest way. But what is the point of us moving all of the company and then leaving the lake alone? Because the employees will not be able to enjoy the lake anymore. So I guess it is not our best option. But I do agree with the option in which we split the company, in which we will move some parts of the company to the purpose-built block, and meanwhile we still preserve our present location of this company. So I agree with the split, in which we will split it between the purpose block site and our own company.
Ms. Rika?
Yeah, in my opinion, I agree that we have to extend our building because, like I have shown before, if we extend our building by demolishing the lake, so our production capacity will increase up to 75%, and I believe this will also bring more benefits or profits to our company. But having like Mr. Sar's opinion and also about the lake, because he is a spokesperson and actually he wants to maintain the lake for the employees and also for others. So I prefer that we can choose the purpose-built area, so like split company. So in my opinion, the split company is like this. So the space that we buy in the purpose-built area used for the material and products that from the production team. So it's like moving the stuff to the purpose-built area, and there will be a new space like for the new stuffs. So I think the stuffs can be filled to the old company, and others staff from the production team can be moved to other purpose-built area. And I think that my opinion about the company.
Okay, so I can see from your point of views.
If I may, Chair, just just adding what Ms. Rika said, I think that her suggestion is good. Saying that the purpose-built block, so purpose-built block were for the goods and only some people, and our company here will be used for most of the staff, especially the new staff. I think that will also lessen the cost of the company additional costs for running two companies, because then we don't have to use much electricity and such, because there's no a lot of people there. So I think I can arrange different costs after this meeting.
So yeah, I do agree with the idea of Ms. Rika. I think it is a good idea. So, but I think here we cannot meet up with the one decision to choose whether what choice that we're going to take, because we have so many different opinions. While Ms. Rika here, actually, she agreed to relocate our building, our company, because she thinks that it is the cheapest one, seen from the financial things. And Miss Melly here, she agreed to still extend our building by building a new building above the lake, which means we have to demolish the lake. And for Mr. Stellar and Miss Rika, they agreed to having the purpose-built block where we have to have two different places, two different companies, right? By having the idea of Miss Rika, we can consider her idea. So I think all your comments and suggestions, and also the data and all those kind of reports will be kept, and I would like to discuss it first with the board, because we cannot make the decision right now. So regarding what options that we're going to choose will be decided in the next meeting. So I will keep all your comments and suggestions, and also the report and the data. I'll be send it to the board, and we will discuss it further. And we will talk about it, what decision is the best choice for our company in the next meeting. So talking about next meeting, I would like to ask if can we have the meeting next Monday?
Yeah, sure. Monday's good time.
Monday, again, at 10 o'clock, just like today's meeting. Okay, so it will be fine. So our meeting will be held on next Monday at 10 o'clock. So I think that's enough for today's meeting. So meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you. Should we grab some coffee after this?
Sure.
I'm Star, this person.
Okay, so with the chair.
I'm Star.